Lafenwa. I say a good day to you wherever you may be located in this global space. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Yes, this is the. Don't mind me if I sound a little groggy and sneeze and cough. I caught a flu, but I'm not likely to miss this for anything. Today is the last edition. When next to talk, we'll be talking in on the 1st of January. It will be 1st of January, 2024, and of course, it is appropriate that we look around us, we look back, and we look ahead. And what did year 2023, what did it hold for Nigeria? About this time last year, this is political update. And about this time last year, the Nigerian space was warming up seriously for party primaries. Party primaries were held across all the political parties, especially the major parties, APC, PDP, and we saw processes, we saw shenanigans. In the PDP, we saw shenanigans that Peter Obi left the party to be the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and Labour Party turned out to be the third force. And then we saw the shenanigans in the PDP where, they knew their goal. They knew what the answer was. And they turned logic upside down in order to achieve an end. And what did they say? They say, well, the 16 years that PDP was in power in Nigeria, the South only did 2 years of Yaradua, and the remaining 14 was done by Southerners, eight by Obasanjo, and they were counting 6 for the man from Bayelsa. And in that regard, as if it was a PDP thing, they didn't count the 8 years of Muhammadu Buhari and all of that. So stood logic on his head. And of course, that led to a major issue within the PDP. It started with the demand for the resignation of the chairman, Iyoche Ayu. Ayu refused to leave, and then a group emerged. And that group did enough damage to the ambition of Atiku Abubakar. Believe you me, PDP would have easily had it had Peter Obi remained in the party, and had Atiku Abubakar not. It was a turn. It's an arrangement. It was a turn of the South to produce the president, and that's error. And the surprising thing was that when Atiku Abubakar won the ticket, defeating his major rival, the then governor of Rivers State, who is now the Honorable Minister of Federal Capital Territory, he did not try any serious reproachment. And of course, the abrasive Wike went on the offensive, leading the G5, and they did enough damage. If you add the votes of Peter Obi's campaign that was hinged on ethnicity, it was hinged on religion, and all sorts of shenanigans went on. And Peter Obi had votes across Nigeria. It's called 8, it didn't even score 80 something percent in any Southeast state. It's called 90. I think in some Southeast states, it's called 97, 98%. And only just last week, Emmanuel Nwaya, the head of Haneze Ndigbo, came out and told Nigerians that they told us that it was our turn to be president. He never told us who told them and who told them that it was their turn. So you take that vote that Peter Obi took, and of course the vote that the G5 took. Oyo's presidential election went to the PDP. Oyo state governor was vehement, and he was saying he was standing for equity, he was standing for justice, he was standing for fair play, and he was standing for unity of Nigeria. And of course, there were threats, there were serious threats, even to his own gubernatorial ambition to win a second term. But we saw Oyo people stand solidly with him. Some people say there was no viable opposition, there was no viable candidature, that the candidate APC produced in Oyo State was not viable. And it was actually a divided house. Adelabu left for Accord Party, and Sheyi Makinde got re-elected. And then the APC, we saw so much drama. We saw so much drama. Have you forgotten Emilokan? Have you forgotten Emilokan? Will you forget Emilokan in a hurry? No, 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 no. And have you forgotten about Gbekpodile, Pa Naira Laro, Amadibu, Amawole? We're not going to forget that in a hurry. Bola Ahmed Tinubu took on the presidency. I had never seen so much daring. He went to Abeokuta and said, Buhari, O Wasaye, O Moloba, O Abami, O Sokolori national television. I had never seen such, is it courage or boldness or let me take them. He took on the presidency. He took on the party. The party, the presidency or whatever announced, no, yes, I remember, announced the candidate who was the then Senate president, Ahmed Lawan, as the candidate of the party. The presidency had to deny it that no, that's not the, I don't know. And Tinubu took them on. He took them frontally. I believe you me, I have not seen a man as rugged as Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nigeria's political terrain. And he won. But believe you me, if you ask those who talk about destiny, they will say the man was just destined to win. Because if PDP had not broken, of course, Kwakwanso too broke away. Kwakwanso took Kano. And if you can add the vote of Kwakwanso to that of PDP in Kano, I mean, Atiku Abubakar would have had it. But the stars did not align in his favor. The stars aligned in the favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He worked for it. He fought for it. I mean, and then the shenanigans regarding his, and we have to put that in quotes now, ill health. He was peeing on himself. He was staggering. They were holding him. But we have seen the man, this same man, travel around the world. He even addressed the United Nations. He didn't fumble. He didn't stumble. He didn't wobble. And this is a man that we are given the impression that he was barely able to hold out. And we have seen him deliver. One of the things I've always known the man for was his inspiring speeches. You know, you go and check out his speeches. Not just the words, even the way he delivers them. They inspire. They are the words of a leader. The words of, we have never had in Nigeria. Obasanjo will deliver a flat speech. Of course, Buhari totally uninspiring. Shehu Shagari too somber. Yes, you will recall Murtala Mohammed, but Murtala Mohammed was too quick. You know, he spent only 7 months on the plane, the national plane. Go and check out the speech he delivered at the OAU summit. Africa has come of age. Those were inspiring speeches. And for the first time since Murtala Mohammed, we are having a president deliver rousing, most time extempo, talking off the cuff, you know, inspiring people. Maybe if we had a leader that could inspire us 20 years ago, people would have been so easily inspired. But Nigerians now have their backs to the wall. They are tired, they are hungry, they are disillusioned. But they say we're still the happiest people on earth. So the man won the election by a margin of less than 2 million votes. And believe you me, the processes of resolution in the court, they were quite messy. And they were taken to the international arena by Atiku Abubakar, dragging not Bola Tinubu, dragging Nigeria in the global space. Well, the man won the elections, and of course the judiciary, the Court of Appeal, which is called the Presidential Elections Petition Council, they were conspiring. They were conspiring in their judgment against the political actors. In fact, issues. You remember the 25% issue in Abuja? All these frivolities, and judiciary was conspiring. The appeal court was conspiring, penalizing what do you call them, Labour Party for bringing in fact, all the three parties for bringing frivolous cases before it. And of course, it went to and you will recall billboards, banners in Abuja, virtually intimidating the judiciary. Of course, the judiciary did not take kindly to that. What politics is over, governance is here. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, May to December, 7 months. It has been 7 months of fireworks. Even at his inaugural, what did Bola Ahmed do? Say subsidy had come to an end. I won't forget that day. 29th was a Monday, and I was out there when he said subsidy was gone. And I instantly, people started scrambling to filling stations. And before you know it, that evening, petrol had hit 500, 600, 700, in different locations depending on where you are. And it was going to climb to 1,000 naira. The presidency, well, I saw decisiveness in that. The presidency immediately, stepped in and fixed a price. You pardon me. I told you I caught a flu, but there's a job to be done. So the presidency intervened, rapidly, quickly, and they arrested that and fixed a price. I think it was around 500 naira that was fixed. But of course, the cost, because we are importing, and the thing is now between 6. Well, I think somebody was telling me that some places they sell, the major marketers, they sell 589, 595, and then some are selling 600, 620, 630, 650, depending on where you are buying. But I bet that if you go to the north, some parts of the north, yes, northwest, northeast, you get 1,000, you get 900, depending. But what is the location currently regarding PMS? Dangote refinery that was commissioned in May by President Buhari just received a consignment of 2 million barrels of crude oil. It has an installed capacity of processing 650,000 barrels a day, but it will be doing AGO and Jet A1 fuel, targeting the economy. I'll be back shortly. We go on this commercial break.
John,
what's up?
Check your phone. I just send you Momo referral.
My mama don't run that one for me since now. Me say for the find who I go refer, make a quick hammer my million.
Hey! You too fit be one of the 6 millionaires for the Momo Refer and Win promo. To win, dial *671# to sharply open your Momo account and select option 6 to refer your family and friends them. After that, make sure see them open Momo account and use them recharge time or data at least 100 naira. Chicken. Now, the more people where you refer, the more you go win. If you don't see out of 6 million naira every week, you fit to chop out of 160 million naira. Momo Refer and Win promo. The more you refer, the more you win. This promo go run from November 2010 to 31st December 2023. Terms and conditions stay shall.
Omo, you're always on your phone. You don't even have time for your guys anymore. Where you they see this data?
Sorry, bro. It's Ayoba.
Ayoba? Which babe is that one again?
Ayoba is not a babe. It's the all-in-one app that lets you chat and call friends, listen to music, play games, get trendy gist, and many more. All on the app. No need for multiple apps. Just use Ayoba and enjoy.
Yo, tell me more.
Yes! With Ayoba, you can play, work, have fun, share files, and many more. And that's not all. MTN subscribers get 700 MB weekly to enjoy all these on Ayoba. So, what are you waiting for? Download Ayoba now on Play Store or App Store to get started.
Guy, this Ayoba is better than you said, oh.
MTN, what are we doing today?
Every lit day of Christmas, Prime Video gives to me action-packed adventure.
I don't hit soft.
Heartwarming drama.
How would you help him?
Edge of It's Thriller.
It's like the good old days.
We're cracking shows.
Don't freak out.
Catch all the fun right here on Prime Video. All Christmas long. What a way to enjoy the season.
This Christmas, watch Candy Cane Lane, Jack Reacher, Breath of Life, LOL 9 Jack She Must Be Obeyed on Prime Video. Start your free trial today.
Spread the joy this Christmas season. La 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 la.
This Christmas go over jolly. Fa la 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 la.
As we dance, they'll give us money. Fa la 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 la. Dad, your wallet is empty.
That's why I've got FCNB.
Fa la 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 la.
The little moments of joy that we share with our loved ones is what lights up the season and makes it truly special. Merry Christmas from FCMB. FCMB, my bank and I.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Solutions 93.9 FM is the station. And of course, it is Christmas Day globally. Yes, it's about 18 minutes past 4, so any part of the world. Yeah, there are places where we have 22 hours time. Yeah, globally, today, 25th day of December, is Christmas. And this is the very last edition of Political Update for year 2023. And as rational, logical human beings, when we get to a point like this, we have to look back. And of course, look at our current location. And look ahead also into the future. We're talking about the experiences as a nation, as a people. Where were we exactly this time last year? We were on the throes of the pain inflicted on us by no other person than Emefiele. Emefiele has been in our face since around February, March last year. When even as governor of Central Bank, he was being touted as an aspirant to the presidency of the APC, presidential ticket of the APC. We saw vehicles that were branded in his name. We saw that he was a group of people masquerading as his supporters purchased a form for him. And the governor of our Central Bank, it was so ridiculous. And at the end of the day, he didn't do that. And then he came up with the Naira redesign, inflicting so much pain. Emefiele is still in our face, but we will talk about Emefiele towards the end of this show. So we're talking about the issue of PMS, the actions of the president when he came into office. Two major actions. He merged the windows of our Forex. Forex, the dollar immediately, from the official price of 200 and something there, we are around, 400 and something, we are around, even officially, we are about 800 and something now. But of course, you get it 1,001, 1,120 something in the black market. So, Dangote refinery, before we went on that break, I was saying, got 2 million barrels of crude oil to process. They need to install capacity 650,000 barrels, and they will be focusing on Jet A1 and AGO, the one we call diesel. Basically, diesel is targeting the economy, and if the price of diesel comes down, I'm told, to about 500-600 naira, by the time the stock that is in storage and in the market is exhausted, we should take 1 month or maximum 60 days. By the time that stock is depleted, the new ones that will be produced with AGO costing 500 naira per liter will considerably is expected to considerably reduce in price. That is a projection. And then Jet A1 is to target the businessman moving up and back and forth, so that the cost of transportation by air will be reduced. So those are the two. But we are told too, Heineken Lopobiri, the Honorable Minister of Petroleum Resources, on 28th December was at Port Harcourt Refinery, purportedly, and I use that word deliberately and intentionally, purportedly commissioning the Port Harcourt Refinery. I can say authoritatively, I had known since October that that refinery was not going to work in December. I know Peng people in Port Harcourt and in Ibadan have been telling me consistently, in fact, they gave me a report that that refinery was not going to work. What Heineken Lopobiri did in Port Harcourt on the 28th of December was outright fraud, and you can quote me. Gas was bought and fed into the refinery to get that flare that we got. It is outright fraud. And look, this one must be investigated. And if he must. And let me tell you, the Honorable Minister, the chairman of LNPC Limited, Pius Akinleye, is from the oil industry. He was a senior member of Mobile. So he cannot be fooled in such matters. Yes, no, he was not at that function. The president is also from the oil industry. It is criminal to sell Nigerians a dummy. They said the thing was 70-something% completed. How can you now tell us that something that is 70-something% completed is functional? The Kaduna refinery, terrorists in Kaduna are giving them a tough time. That's why they are paid for the refurbishment of Kaduna, but they cannot go to get to work there. The installed capacity of Nigeria, the 4 refineries, is around this Port Harcourt that was purportedly commissioned can give us 10.1 or 10.2 million liters per day, which is now a third. You know, they said our consumption came down from 60 million liters to 30-something million liters, just like that, which in essence meant that half of what we were purportedly consuming in Nigeria was actually going to the neighboring West African countries, not Nigeria. Smuggling was lucrative, very, very lucrative. Lucrative for the smugglers, lucrative for the businessmen, the security men, and lucrative even for the countries. She said Nigeria was virtually supplying PMS to all those West African countries. In fact, there were protests in Cameroon and Benin Republic and all of that, up to Togo. Yes, Benin Republic and Togo. So, if our consumption is around 25-30 million liters per day now, in essence, it means when Dangote starts producing, of course, it will be selling to West African countries. And even as far as, you see, Nigeria is supposed to be the giant of Africa. When Buatu starts producing, all of these will be earning, you know, foreign exchange into the pool, of course. Then if an NNPC Limited too starts producing, and all of this, we do hope that, for me, I have said I am not going to, you know, come down heavily on this administration at the federal level until 1 year. Of course, it doesn't mean we're not going to be scrutinizing them. No. But outright condemnation and say it is over and done with, not until 1 year. And the president sent a message out yesterday, you know, in his usual dreamer style, encouraging Nigerians to persevere, that a new dawn. He actually said new dawn, a new dawn. I do hope Nigerians can see and can, even if you can't see, I hope Nigerians can imagine a new dawn come. And if that new dawn comes, well, if that new dawn comes, you remember this, one of these authors, if tomorrow comes, if that new dawn comes, believe you me, I will be happy for Nigeria, and I will be happy for Nigerians. But it will take more than government. Let us not deceive ourselves. It will take more than government alone to turn Nigeria around. Government will set the framework. We all have. What are you doing in your own corner? What am I doing in my own corner? The woman inside the market, you know, boiling your plastic container in which that you use to measure your rice and gari in order to defraud the buyer. I have seen it. I lived with one man. He used to sell rice. He would just puncture the rice. You know, he has a steel something, and rice will be dripping. 50 kg rice. When they are selling it, it will probably be 27 or 28. They will just, everything will just look normal. What are you doing in your corner? Is that Tinubu, or is that a minister, or is that a governor? That is between you and I. We go on this short break.
Nigerians unite, no matter the place you may live, no matter the language you speak, no matter the tribe you may be, no matter your height and position, unite so we can quench the fire in the country. Remember we are one in the Lord. Remember we are one in the blood. Remember we are brothers in the world. Together we will solve our problems. Together we will save our country. Yes, together we will change the world. Together we shall live forever. Forever we shall live together. Together we shall live. Together we shall live forever. Forever we shall live together. Africans unite, unite so we can cross the rivers, unite so we can cross the desert, unite so we can climb the mountains, unite so we can crush apartheid. No matter the color of your eyes and your skin, remember we are one in the Lord. Remember we are one in the blood. Remember we are brothers in the world. Together we will solve our problems. Together we will save our countries. Together we will change the world. Together we shall win forever. Forever we shall live together. Together we shall win. La 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 la. Together we shall win forever. Let me hear it.
Togetherness. That was Sonny Okosu, 1983, 40 years ago. Still very relevant, still very pertinent, still very applicable. Just like Which Way Nigeria that was done after it in 1984. So, Which Way Nigeria? Togetherness is critical. We should stop deceiving ourselves that we are in this ship together. And of course, if the ship is going to capsize or sink or move forward, it's dependent not on the leaders alone. I saw the governor of Oyo State yesterday he said leaders are bad. We say, where do the leaders come from? Is it not from the midst of the people? Then if the leaders are bad and they're from the midst of the people, then there is a bigger problem than just the leadership itself. So, the challenge of leadership is not an easy one. If you have ever, even as a head of a family, you have contending tendencies. You have 4 children. They are 4 different individuals. You have a wife, and then you yourself, six individuals. You are trying even to lead yourself with 5 other people. So that is the challenge of leadership. But we all have a role to play. Yes, Emefiele was former governor of Central Bank, was released from Kuje prisons on bail, and shortly before he came out, Jim Obaze released. No, he didn't release. He submitted his report. The investigator of the Central Bank submitted his report to the governor, and Emefiele, the former governor of Central Bank, issued a personally signed statement saying that Obaze has a satanic agenda. Believe you me, I was actually baffled that Obaze had a satanic agenda. He wanted to impinge on his integrity and character. Well, Emefiele has not been found guilty by any competent court of jurisdiction. He's having his day in court. But if you say the court of public opinion in Nigeria, Emefiele may be as good as dead. In fact, a presidential aide of the stature of Bayo Onanuga said on his ex-handle that if it were in China, Emefiele would be dead by now. I was alarmed. I was actually alarmed by that suggestion by Bayo Onanuga, that Bayo Onanuga should do better than condemn Emefiele to death by media trial. But that tells you the gravity of what Emefiele had done. The accusations are legion. Even if it is only one of those accusations that stick, it is bad enough. 539 foreign accounts, or whether even foreign and internal. And the man said in his statement that, well, those accounts were not opened by him. Departments and units of Central Bank are responsible for that. You want to abdicate responsibility? For God's sake, you're the governor of Central Bank. And you say you got approval for printing redesigning the Naira. We recall, we have not forgotten that the Honorable Minister of Finance, who was a member of the board or governing board of the Central Bank of Nigeria, openly came out and said there was no such plan, that it has not been discussed. And, you said all sorts of things. The man will have his day in court, but he has been tried and convicted by the bar of public opinion. I do hope that I do not know, somebody who should know has been telling me, he's a banker and he's been a member of the House of Rep. He says there is a need for us to review the Bofi Act of year 2007, I think. Yes, Bofi Bank and Other Financial Institutions Act, that it has to be reviewed, that there's no central bank in the world that is as powerful as Nigeria's central bank. You will recall that Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, the 13th Emir of Kano, has been saying, where are the dollars? Where are the dollars? Where are the dollars? It couldn't have been Godwin Emefiele alone that perpetrated all of this. The one that baffles me in this, from the report, is that they said the transaction of that $6.3 million was captured on CCTV. If that is true, yes, you will say, how do you know it is money they were dragging in the bags? But you will ask yourself, was Mustafa, SGF, going to the central bank, dragging bags of dollars with them? But what will surprise us, we saw a member of Farouk Lawan stuffing dollars under his cap. We saw a governor. So what is it that we have not seen in this country? What is it? And his name in the National Assembly he was leading a group that was called Integrity Group. They were even calling him Mr. Integrity. And yet he was collecting dollars and stuffing it inside his agbada and under his cap. We saw Ganduji in videos that were made public, collecting. So if the SGF too was helping to drag bags of dollars, it should not surprise us anymore. in this country. What is it that we have not had? What is it that we have not seen? It is those who govern us, those who are in Nigeria's public spaces, they are an embarrassment not to Nigeria. They are an embarrassment to the black race. They are a scandalous embarrassment. You see, you acquire acquisition, yes, but acquisition to what end? You can't be acquiring just for the sake of acquiring. I mean, acquisition cannot be for you just to look at your bank statement and smile. I mean, acquisition must have an end. And they say the end justifies the means. So, smiling at your bank account is not the issue. What are you applying the resources you have for? To what end? That, for me, is the issue of acquisition. If you have these resources and you are not impacting humanity with it, what life are you now living? What life? What legacies? What legacies? So these are the questions that confront our leaders that are pilfering public funds. Have you heard about Desiani? Desiani said $9 billion he kept in the hands of the current governor of Zamfara State. $9 billion. Are you aware how much money that man declared when he was as his assets? I think about 900 billion naira or something like that. And the EFCC is not asking. He left banking as executive director. What is actually the entire resources that even First Bank is sitting on? That one man, and even if he was executive director, that means he was an employee of the bank. He was not a director. Executive director. He was an employee of the bank, and he declared 900 billion naira. And Desiani is saying she kept $9 billion with the man. When I was telling a friend of mine that they say there will be rerun in Zamfara, he said I should forget it. What rerun? That the governor will match Matawali 100 naira to 1 naira. That what Matawali? So. They don't need. Nobody needs to write a petition about that. The man declared 900. What did he do? What industry? You know, people that have this kind of resources. It is only those who are in commerce and manufacturing that have that kind of money. You're either a manufacturer or you are in the service industry, huge service industry. This is a man that we have never heard his name in either the service industry or manufacturing, and he declared close to 1 trillion naira, and he is not being investigated. Yes, in this last 20 minutes or thereabout of the show, we have to look ahead. Budgets have been presented. The National Assembly is saying they are going to pass that Appropriation Act of year 2024 before this year runs out. We are not sure they're going to do that anymore because it will be very difficult to get them back to Abuja, except there's a caveat or proviso that is added to it. So when they eventually pass it, we expect that there will be a little addition, the what they call padding. They will add their own to it. But that is not the big deal. The big deal is the implementation. Nobody talks anymore. I think when this governor of Oyo State came, the first few years, they started talking about performance. What is the percentage of performance of the budget of year 2023? How much of it got what backing? Is it up to 70? Is it up to 75? Of course, recurrent, let me assure you, recurrent, if you break it down, if they say budget performance is 60, you can be sure that recurrent will get 90% performance. It is usually the capital project that does not get up to 60% performance. Those bureaucrats will get their own money out. They will get their own money out. Conferences, hardware, and all of that. They will get their own money out. It is capital projects that does not get the proper funding. And what is the plan of this administration, the federal specifically? All efforts are geared towards stimulating the economy. They say generally you have to spend your way out of economic situations like this. And they are pumping a lot of money in that regard. They say small-scale industries, we're told, they constitute well over 70% of the economy, and they are the drivers of the economy. Small and medium-scale enterprises. So all the resources that they are trying to deploy to the medium and small-scale enterprises, we hope it gets to them. But one thing that is critical to Nigeria becoming a productive nation is power. The fact that diesel may come down to 500 naira, even if it comes down to 200 naira, 300 naira, it is no solution to our production challenges. We need constant, regular power supply. Currently, I was listening to somebody this morning, and even as of today, our transmission, the wheeling capacity of Transmission Corporation of Nigeria is just about 5,000 megawatts. 5,000 megawatts. A nation of 200 million people. That means our economy is running and being powered by diesel. It is not sustainable. And you can imagine the pollution that comes from using diesel generators. When you start a diesel generator, you see how the fumes that comes out. That is how it runs. And companies running 24 hours generators. You go to radio stations, you go to those who run 24 hour services, I mean, two generators, constantly one will run 12 hours, the other will run 12 hours, putting fumes, exhaust fumes, diesel, not PMS fumes, out there. You're not likely to see it, but it is out there in the air, and we are inhaling it. And of course, all of these things in the long term will affect people's health. Yes, people are complaining about the naira to the dollar exchange rate. I ask myself, and I ask people, what is our problem about that? We should ask, what is the exchange rate of the yen to the dollar? It is, if we are a productive economy, it is in Nigeria's interest that the exchange of the naira to the dollar be low. Because if we have products that we want to export, it has to be cheap for it to be competitive. So when the exchange rate is low like that, anywhere we send it, it will be very, very competitive. And if it is of good quality, it will sell. And when it sells, it will bring us foreign exchange. Because we are a mono economy, check out the profile of our foreign exchange earners. If you look at our GDP, you will see that service has become a big chunk of our GDP. But foreign exchange earning, we are virtually a mono economy. And to compound it, we are using that foreign exchange to import PMS. Thank God for subsidy removal that has reduced our consumption to 30 million or thereabouts. NNPC is the only company that is importing PMS. We do hope by the time we stop importing PMS, at least there will be more foreign exchange available for industry, and other critical sectors. Medical tourism, education tourism, those two are also taking a big chunk of our foreign exchange. But by the time the PMS is out of it, PMS, AGO, DPK, when they are out of it, our foreign exchange inflow or retention, let me not just even say inflow, it comes in, it only flows out. Our foreign exchange retention will be higher, and there will be a little bit more liquidity to feed our thirst, Nigeria's thirst for foreign things that are foreign. Go into our markets, everything is foreign. Every damn thing is foreign. No, we do not encourage production here. So we buy Japanese cars. Not one single Japanese plant. I do not know what kind of policy makers when the Japanese started selling their cars to the United States simply insisted that they should come and manufacture in the United States. Because we are servicing those nations in those countries where we import from, where we import rice from. We are servicing their economy. Where we import these cars from, we're simply servicing their economy. So, for us to be productive, we have to manufacture. Manufacturing, and manufacturing. And where do we have comparative advantage? We have comparative advantage in agriculture. Not much has been done down the value chain of agriculture. I do hope in the nearest future, I know your state is doing something there. And of course, the governor is presently located in Oyo, Fashola precisely, where he's celebrating his 56th birthday. And of course, Fashola farm settlement is a part of the processes of agribusiness. You know, adding value to agriculture. The value chain end of agriculture is agribusiness. And in that regard, we say happy birthday to the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Oluwaseyi Abiodun Makinde, as he celebrates his 56th birthday. Of course, it used to be Shaki to promote agribusiness. We do hope that, yes, we know it takes a while. It's like you are investing in education. We do hope that all of this will yield visible fruits. And coming nearer home to Oyo State now, the one that is called Omitutu 2.2 has 2 additional pillars, apart from the original 4. And those 2 additional pillars are solid minerals, investment in solid minerals, and tourism. Yes, I can understand that it takes courage for any leader because they want to do things that will be seen, you know, quick results. And quick results are not going to take us far. We have to take decisions and investments that will be visionary. That is the hallmark of a leader. You have to look ahead of time, not now gain. All these now gains won't take us far. If it's not an easy thing for any governor to want to invest in tourism, because most of the roads in the states, you know, most of the major roads belong to the federal government. That means they have to fix the road. And, you know, the issue of insecurity and investors. Government will not do the investing. Government will just provide the enabling environment. And to provide the enabling environment, believe you me, because things that will attract tourists are spread all over the states. So not in just one location. And you need huge investments in that regard. And to encourage investors to the point that they will think that it is worth their resources, that they will get returns on their investment, the enabling environment has to be very, very, very attractive. I know I spoke to somebody who has spoken to the governor and extensively, and of course, in fact, that person specifically told me it was in the commissioning of his, I think, 120-room hotel. And he said extensively they spoke, and then they're thinking of bringing some sporting competitions. Of course, if you bring golfers from around the world to Ibadan, I mean, it's not just the golfers, their caddies and their families, and those who watch golf, you know, if you bring the big-time ones, they will come as long as the facilities are ready. They will come as the facilities are readily available. So that is and the issue of solid minerals. Yes, we know solid minerals is in the kitty. Yes, according to the Nigerian constitution, is in the kitty of the federal government. But what the state governments are now doing to take advantage of what they have in their location is that they too, they are obtaining licenses and then look for technical partners. That is what Osun State did regarding gold. You know, they obtain licenses because you will just see people that you don't know exploring the natural gifts in your state, and then you challenge. They say they got license from federal government. I mean, and this is one of the things that has to be addressed in our constitution. It has to be addressed. It is not very nice that what belong. Look at Okere Gorge Dam. The government, or your state government, has to work in partnership with the federal government. You know, Ministry of Water Resources, to get to do something about it. So I know it takes a lot of courage for any governor to pursue investments and hope on returns in areas like tourism and solid minerals development. But I tell you, it takes a visionary and courageous leader to do so. And we do hope that even if this administration sows the seed, the harvest, sows the seed, nurtures it, yes, the harvest will be for the people of Oyo State. Even if the governor was gone, at least it is Oyo State and its people that will harvest whatever accrues from it. And that gives the impression of a selfless leader. It's only a selfless leader that will plant something and nurture it for somebody else to come and harvest. Yes, well. We do hope, we look forward to year 2024. I want to encourage you, as I do always, that do have a plan. Develop a plan. And what is a plan? A plan must have deliverables. By February, I will have bought a piece of land. By January, I will register for so program to increase, to increase my capacity and improve on my skills and capability. And by April, I will do this. It must have deliverables, and they must have timelines. And I think a plan, too, must be in black and white. If the plan is in your head, you might not remember the final details. And if it is in black and white, something occurs to you, you can always go to it and do addition and do upgrading and do, whatever you want to do to it. Well, on that note, I say thank you very much for staying with us all through year 2023. And as we round up the year, I say I wish you all the very best for the rest of the year. And I wish you a most fulfilling and fruitful year 2024. It is important that as a Nigerian, you do what is right in your corner. As you demand leadership, good governance from the leaders in your own corner, do the needful and the right thing. God bless you all. God bless our union. It's been Ayodeji Ajishokwe presenting with Comrade Damola Lafewa producing me. Bye for now.
Arise from your sleep, Africa. Rise from your sleep, America. There's work to be done, Africa. There's work to be done, America. If we unite, we will be free. So long, for too long, so long, for too long. Hey, we've been sitting down for so long. We've been fooling around for too long. We've been sitting down for so long. And I've been fooling around for too long. So long, for too long, so long, too long. Hey, oh Lord.
93.9 FM. Keep it locked.
Remember, Egypt, when we used to live like prince and princess. Remember, Marcus Garvey, who are the dream for New Africa. Remember, Martin Luther King, who are the dream for New America. They say you are black, they say you are brown, they say them white, they say you are brown. But only the angels of God is white now. Only the angels of God is white. So long, too long, so long, feel too long. Say, we've been sitting down for so long. We've been fooling around for too long. Arise from your sleep, Africa. Arise from your sleep, America. Yes, work to be done, Africa. Yes, work to be done, America. If we unite, we will be free. So long, feel too long, so long, feel too long. Remember, Marcus Garvey, who are the dream for New Africa. Remember, Martin Luther King, who are the dream for New America. Remember, King Selassie, who was betrayed by his people. Remember, Lord Jesus Christ, who died for you and I to gain salvation. They say you are black, they say you are brown, but only the angels of God is white now. Only the angels of Jah is white. So long, feel too long, so long, feel too long, we've been sitting down for so long. We've been fooling around for too long. We've been sitting down for so long. I and I been fooling around for too long. So long, too long, so long, too long, so long, too long, so long, too long, so long,
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas from your favorite radio station. Ho, ho, ho!
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
93.9 FM.
Keep it locked.
Hey! Where the energy day? Where the sound day? Where the news day? Where the sport day? Where the cut the day? Hey! Now yeah! Because you know the turn. We know the turn. Hey! We know the turn. Hey! Energy day. Everything day. Yeah! On 93.9. I said you need 100. 93.9 you are okay.
93.9, your remedy dial.
Solutions 93.9 FM Àwẹ̀ní House Òkè Àdó Ìbàdàn àwa lọ̀nà àbáyọ.
bá ń bẹ láyé. Ibi táyé gbé fojú sí. Ibi táyé gbé fojú sí. Gbogbo èrò ibi tọ́ta rò kò bọ́ sí rárá. Gbogbo èrò ibi tọ́ta rò kò bọ́ sí rárá. Nínú ọdún yìí o bàbá ṣe rere fún mi. Lójoojúmọ́ ṣẹ́kù ní tèmi. Nígbà gbogbo ire ní tèmi. Ṣe rere o ṣe rere o ṣe rere fún mi. Gbogbo èrò ibi tọ́ta rò kò bọ́ sí rárá. Ó ṣeun Olúwa. Ọba fún ni màá sì rè bí ó ṣe. Fún gbogbo oore tó ṣe. Bó bá jẹ́ wọ́n ti sìnrè kún sẹ́. Ó mú mi wà láyé, ó ṣe wo. Ó mú mi wà láyé, ó ṣe wo. Jésù